All right, aloha. Here we are, day 16. The theme is kind. So I thought for this practice we would do a metta practice, a metta otherwise known as loving kindness, which is a great practice. It's in the unified mindfulness system that I normally teach. It would be in the nurture positive family of techniques, to where we try and nurture some positivity within ourselves and appreciate ourselves, and hopefully that will emanate out into the world as well. And we can even potentially purposefully emanate that out into the world. All right. So I was a little inspired today. There's a Buddhist monk named Bahnte Sujatha. I just want to make sure I said that right. Yeah, this book, Sitting on the Toolbox, Buddha's Wisdom for a Joyful Life. Anyways, I got a chance to see him. He came to Maui and spoke, and I got to meet him, and got the book while he was here. And um, he has this metta loving kindness practice, so I thought we'd try that and give that a shot today. So, all right, we'll see you here soon on day 16. Kind. All right, then let's nurture some positivity and get some loving kindness out there. And wherever you're at, I invite you to get into your meditative posture, however that's going to work for you today. It's always preferable to sit upright if you can, but if that's not available to you, just work with what you got. Thank you for joining us today. I invite you to stretch up and settle into position. Maybe take a nice deep breath in and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out, all the way out. And on this third one, let's take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale out, we'll try and just kind of sink a little deeper into this state and relax head and neck and shoulders and face, neck and arms and shoulders, and anywhere else. If you just do a quick check-in with your body that might be holding tension, to the best of your ability, just relax and rest into it. Let's try and work with the see in and the hear in to generate some positivity. I should have given you some homework, but maybe we can come up with something right off the cuff. Think of the last time you were able to help somebody out, even the smallest way. Whether that was holding the door for someone, returning a grocery card, giving a hug to a friend who needed it. And I'll give you a few seconds to ponder that. Okay, and whatever you found, I want you to try and recall that, and relive it in detail as best as you can in the see in and hear in space of your sensory experience. So see in the imagine the scenario, and hear in imagine the gratitude or the thanks or the love that was shared. And then we're just going to drop that and take a look in our emotional feel in space, wherever we feel emotions within our body, and see if anything was generated. It's all right if it was subtle, but it could be strong as well, however it shows up for you. When you think of those loving interactions, where does that emotion of love and kindness arise within you? And just train your awareness there for a while. Explore it to whatever degree you can today. Is it just one location? Is it moving, changing, tingling? What's that sensation? What's the feeling of that? Let's connect to that love and kindness. And as that dissipates, we can go ahead and just reimagine the scenario again. Or if there's some other scenario that you can think of that will ring the bell of loving kindness within your emotional body, go ahead and use that new thought. Or you can return to the original one, whatever's most available for you. That see in and hear in interaction of loving and kindness between you and a friend, family, loved one, or even a stranger. And then you just drop your attention back into the feel in experience and see where that generates the sensation within the body, that feeling of love, that feeling of kindness. Where does that emanate? And then take your attention into that specifically, that aspect of it, the feeling, and soak into it as richly and warmly as you can. And if your mind drifts off or starts to wander, no need, no worry. It's perfectly normal. We just return it back to this practice today of generating positive emotions through our visual and auditory sense categories, our see in, our hear in. See that experience of loving kindness. Hear the warmth of the conversation in the words exchanged. And then check in to where that joy rises within your heart and within your body, wherever it arises. And as that sense of joy starts to dissipate or goes away, or if we get distracted or whatever happens to end our awareness of that joy, we'll just transition one more time back to the see in and the hear in, whether it's the same scenario or a new scenario. Maybe this time we'll say to ourselves, I am well, I am happy, and I am peaceful. I am well, I am happy, and I am peaceful. And whatever joy or loving kindness this is generated within your emotional body, let's go ahead and, if it's available to you, we can just send that out and release it out into the ether, into the world around us. Just imagine that energy of loving kindness being sent out to our friends, our family, and the world is so in need in days that have gone by and to come. And as that final bit of loving kindness resonates out into the world, just remember you can keep contact with that, knowing that that is available within your emotional experience. It just takes a little effort. And it's fun to grow and strengthen our connection to that. It helps make it more available, and it helps us to have more clarity on how that joy arises within ourselves, so we can appreciate it more when it does. And with that, I invite you to open your eyes if your eyes were closed. Otherwise, come on back. We are done. That is our loving kindness meditation, inspired by Bahnte Sujatha and other loving kindness coaches, practitioners out there. So thank you again for joining me for this great meditation. I hope we were able to nurture some positivity within ourselves and potentially send it out to the world. And, you know, whether you believe in sending out the good vibes or not, just the effort of doing it really reinforces your connection to that positivity within yourself. So it's worth the effort, one way or another. Aloha.